Well, I've got to tell you, this is the fourth variation of this video introduction I've recorded in the past 2 weeks. Ever-changing in the ever-changing world in which we live. This video is in hopes to help you virtually escape for the next 20 minutes or so while we bring you to a warm, tropical destination. We know some of you will be watching from the UK, not being allowed to leave your home, and some will also be watching from the States as they book their next trip. And what about the tens of thousands of expats, the already nomadic, who are living out the pandemic in a country not their own? Travel is not a vacation, it's home. Which brings us to today's topic, travel in 2021. And now it's wrong to make an assumption of what an entire year is going to look like within the first few days. We're just here to document the reality, not to speculate, but to report in. The truth is, borders are open, and areas that rely on tourism to survive are desperate for visitors. They're creating special incentives like free hotel rooms or paid vacation for your travel partner. To travel or not to travel. Well, that's not up to us. It is up to you. You're watching Tripped, the new reality of travel, masked up and socially distanced. The world's starting to open. Subscribe and come with us. We've been monitoring border openings and testing requirements for months. We're starting our 2021 international adventures here on YouTube in Mexico. However, if you follow us on Instagram, you know we actually filmed this in November. To answer the question of why Mexico for us, Mexico and Brazil are the only two countries right now that aren't requiring a COVID test to enter. So more so just the hassle of getting the test done and having to show up in a country with it is why we chose Mexico. And then since we lived in Mexico in 2019, we already know that bringing Pepper here is really easy. She just needs to visit a vet before we arrive. The vet fills out a veterinary health form, and then we give it to the airline and we give it to customs on arrival in Mexico. The combination of those two things is really what put us here in Mexico for 2 weeks to just test the waters of international travel during this time. In 2019, 6 months in Sayulita, Guadalajara, and Mexico City, followed by 6 weeks in the popular Yucatan Peninsula, we were excited about exploring someplace new. And all year, everyone in Mexico was saying, "No conocen Oaxaca? Tienes que viajar a Oaxaca." So, this trendy cultural Mexican state was definitely on our list. While we'd love to spend a month exploring the whole state, this quick trip takes us right to the coast in Puerto Escondido. This is not exactly off the grid if you're a California surfer popping down the coast to catch a wave, but it is a bit harder to get to than a more well-known Cabo or Cancun. After a connection in Mexico City, we boarded a prop plane to fly into an airport right in town and right on the ocean. Everyone's comfort level with COVID is different, so we're just trying to show you the facts so that you feel comfortable making the right decisions for you. We are staying in a condo in Mexico. I'll show you where we're staying. Come on in. I'm taking you in the master bedroom first because this is the place that you spend the most time in your hotel or overnight stay. Things like this, like a blanket in an Airbnb, is not as clean as a duvet cover in a hotel because they, it's like a sheet that they can wash. This blanket, probably not. So we are folding the sheet over the blanket just so that it's not up by our face when we sleep at night. Now at small condos like this, is the cleaning staff coming up and sanitizing the shared living space and the pool chairs? likely not, but also we're the only people that we've seen up here all week. Is the staff at large hotels wiping down the pool chairs, handrails, and door handles? Yes, but there's more people there too. So it's really up to you to decide what risks you're willing to take in this COVID travel world. But I always think of it in the framework of what are you doing at home? The same stuff's going on here. So if you are comfortable going to the grocery store and the post office, then you can also walk around a place like this.
Mornings start early here in Escondido. We got to start at 6:30 this morning. That means there's not going to be a lot of people out there competing for waves, because guess what? We're abysmal surfers and we need everything in our favor when we try to do this.
While Puerto Escondido is known for one of the biggest surf breaks in the world at Zicatella Beach, we're heading here to Playa Carrizalillo today because it's the beginner surfer beach, but maybe we'll just call it Beach C. No one's at the beach entrance right now, but during the day there's somebody making sure that you are wearing your mask on the path here. Down at the beach, people have been then taking them off, but so that's the information on mask wearing at this beach.
Normal one or the big one?
The big one.
Okay. I'm gonna give you this one. It's the same.
Okay.
Just that the other one has the big one.
¿Sí? Gracias.
This is the part in other people's video where there'd probably be this amazing montage of them surfing. We really should be better at this by now. Take solace in the fact though, if you are a surf baby or just want to learn to surf, this is definitely the beach to come do it at. It's nice gentle waves, it's soft sandy bottoms in case you screw up out here. Yeah, this is a good spot to learn.
It is so much harder than it looks. We both snowboard, snow ski, wakeboard, and water ski. And this is by far the hardest of all four of those.
Something you probably didn't talk about. What are you wearing this pre-sesh surf sesh?
It's my Amazon sun shirt. this is what you were waiting for. You went like in between sets.
Perfect.
So I'm not gonna paddle out during the set. I'll wait until it's calm again.
Do you have any other critiques for how I attempted to surf this morning?
I should be better by now. Every beginner location is such a cluster, always like this. So there's no like, it's not about actually like standing up on the board. It's just about like managing the cluster, paddling till your arms fall off. And like, I gave it a shot. Stick to skiing.
Is this your official retirement from surfing?
Yeah, I'm out. While Tim goes and returns the board. It's really not that hard when you have an instructor that can push you. What's so hard is timing the wave and paddling hard enough to be going fast enough to catch the wave. And so the instructor can watch the wave for you and give you a push. So if you want to try surfing, grab an instructor the first couple times you go. You'll get the feel of it, and it is pretty easy to get up when they're pushing you. The learning curve to like try to do it yourself is really tough. Most of this video is going to be about COVID and international travel. Realize that being out in a group of people isn't the most COVID-friendly thing. Yeah, it's a lot of people. It's a Saturday morning. Do you want to sit here?
Sure. I just surfed so hard today. I'm so dehydrated. Wave after wave, set after set. I caught everything on there. They call me the wave hog.
Cocos are from 45 minutes north where he lives, and they bring them into Puerto to sell. They go through that amount of cocos every 2 to 3 days around here. Isn't that crazy? There's a lot of cocos. I feel super nerdy.
I feel like you drink half those cocos every 2 to 3 days. Like, I don't know what happened. In the past week and a half, we've been going through twice as many cocos.
Si vas a Roca Blanca, pregunta por Ángel Rodríguez.
Ángel Rodríguez.
Sí, yo te puedo enseñar ahí lugares donde vas a conocer.
Okay. Okay, muchas gracias. So, no, you don't need to know Spanish to buy a coco, but knowing Spanish or knowing any local language is certainly a whole new way to see the world. So I always encourage, if you can, just try to learn a couple words of where you're going. Up next in this little surf safari is a little bit farther south on Zicatella Beach. This is the ultimate Mexican surf break. We've been keeping an eye on here all week. The first day we arrived, there were massive waves and awesome surfers. And lucky for you, we just noticed driving by that there's a ton of surfers out here right now, so it must be a really good... Fingers crossed, let's see what's going on over here. This beach stretches longer than really you can even walk, and they have been requiring everyone wear masks along the boardwalk, but not here on the beach. Oh my gosh, how cool. So it is awesome right now. The waves are massive. The people are here for these waves. Oh. We were fortunate the other night to meet up with some of you who introduced us to some other surf friends, and were telling us that these guys are all storm chasers. They chase these storms that come up from New Zealand. They land here, fly in just to get the waves at this beach. Not right now, but sometimes the waves here can get up to 50 feet tall. This is the type of surfing I'm here for, just a spectator. Well, now that we've showered and have pepper, let's take you to a restaurant to see kind of the protocol at some of the bigger places down here. Hola, buenos días. Sí, soy yo.
Restaurants down here have these temporary little hand washing stations set up, which are awesome, which I also wish were in the United States. How great would it be if you went into a restaurant and you're like, oh, I can wash my hands before dinner. You should be doing that anyways.
Huevos, eggs, and Oaxaca is the Mexican state that we're in. So there's 32 Mexican states. It's like there's states in the US, and these are the Oaxacan style. It's like a spicy red sauce on scrambled eggs. And I didn't even know this existed, and they're amazing. We didn't know about chilaquiles until last year. Didn't know about huevos oaxaqueños until this year. What else are we missing out on? This is why we travel. Two meals for $10. Breakfast is not the cheapest meal in Mexico. That place is definitely catered to maybe the Mexican tourists in this area. A little bit higher prices at the places catered to the backpacker tourists. And then you can find a little bit cheaper at the local joints. So it's just kind of what you're looking for. But
I would say the value though.
Some of the best food.
You can't just go off the price, the value at Cafecito.
The best food in Mexico.
We might not be good enough to surf down at La Punta, but we are good enough to sit in those chairs behind us, drink Tom Collins, and watch the surfers surf. So besides the nightlife and the awesome sunsets here, you can kill a day really easy in those lounge chairs.
And the lounge chairs you don't even have to pay for. As long as you're just ordering from the restaurant there, they're included. So let's go test it out so that you know what we're talking about. We'll test it for you all.
I'm gonna test so many Toms. Let's do it. Torres.
Muy bien, gracias. Oh wait, maybe this is La Punta. Wait, maybe this is next door.
Sí.
Wait, ¿este es La Punta? Oh.
No, este es Punta Paraíso.
Oh.
Ah, okay. Vamos con nuestros amigos allá.
La Punta.
Gracias.
La Punta, sí.
That was almost a big mistake.
I know, because you want to come to La Punta with Fernando.
Hola, ¿cómo están?
Todo bien.
Tengo una parte de adelante. ¿Esa?
Ah, ok, sí.
Sí, adelante. ¿Cómo estás?
Bien, bien.
Le pregunté, ¿esta es La Punta? No, Punta Paraíso. No sabía. Ajá, sí.
Adelante. ¿Quieres que ponga esta acá o salen así?
Sí, en el...
¿La sombra?
Sombra.
We're now down here on the south side. It's called La Punta. So it's kind of divided into 3 beaches over in Puerto Escondido. This is definitely more the backpacker area. It's way more international down here. And as you can see behind me, everybody is practicing social distancing as well as they can. It's kind of funny. Zicatella and then back on the north side, it's really strict about masks and it's way more domestic tourism. So people are following the rules. Down here, it's international. You've got people from all over and it's a lot faster and looser with the rules.
Hydrating throughout the day. I mean, when you travel though, this is really when to indulge in these things that you just can't get at home. Like, there's not a lot of people selling cocos on the street. Oh, maybe in the Keys they do cocos. That's just so cool. So, coco too.
How many cocos should you have in a day?
Can you overhydrate?
Yeah, sprinkle, sprinkle.
Do you want the cocoa?
She doesn't like cocoa.
No cocoa. No cocoa. Okay. Oh my gosh. We've got to go, old Slayuda.
expecting like little burrito babies. Nada. Woo! All right.
I told him you were going to be really happy.
I am. Look at that thing. I came back to this. Was not expecting this. This is the first burrito we've had down here. 2 weeks. I couldn't be more ecstatic about this. Look at that thing.
You might need this.
Why? It's over a foot long.
Oh my gosh. There's just something about a Corona on a beach.
What is that, a cocktail?
Yeah, it's like a shrimp cocktail, Mexican style.
Nice.
Surf like that. We're not here to tell you to travel, and we're not here to tell you not to travel. We're just trying to show you what it is like so that you can decide for yourself. Clearly, people are traveling. This is what the beach looks like in Mexico. Yes, some of these tourists are Mexican and a lot are international. Stick around in our series because as the world opens up to us, we are going to explore it wherever they will allow us. As long as we continue to test negative, maintain social distancing, wear masks, and sanitize regularly.